Hey everyone, thanks very much for coming along today. I'd just like to thank Jason at the back of the camera for bringing me down here. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have the honour of speaking to all you sexy people here in Bournemouth. I just like to start off by saying that I believe in nothing, but unfortunately in my research into conspiracy theories, the bloody things end up being true, and that pisses me off. I like to think we live in a very safe and optimistic world, but the further down the surface you scratch in these conspiracy theories, a lot of them end up being true, but it's about your perception to them. Because yes, evil scumbag arseholes do run this planet, and they do so for their own gain. They are not like you and I. You cannot try and imagine what it's like to be them because they are psychopaths. They don't consider you human. They don't consider you worthy of saving. It's kind of like the international bankers all eat steak and you're all cows, so you're not going to negotiate with a cow. The cow's for dinner. My talk today is called Troublemaking in Troubled Times, and I honestly think we need to start causing a lot more trouble rather than just clicking away on the keyboards and sending each other videos on Facebook, because that's not going to do anything. You need to get out there, cause trouble, exercise your freedoms, create yourselves new freedoms as well. I'd like to start off by saying, by not believing in anything, I don't believe in nationhood either. I don't believe in one world government for sure. Any centralization of power goes against nature. In the natural world, in the beautiful planet Earth we have, things get more complicated and disparate and separate, but yet we have these psychopathic men wanting to centralize power. And as we all know, power corrupts, and absolute power, as you all know, corrupts absolutely. I also don't believe in this flag. This is as much a brainwashing tool as the idea of government, as religion, as the mainstream media. I know we're here at the British Constitution Group, and I am British. I was registered at birth as a Brit. But to me, any flag stands for separation, and this flag especially stands for empire, slavery, and the decimation of little brown people in India. So I'll do my talk in front of the flag, but just so you all know, you don't need flags. You're not British people, you're human beings, there's nothing else to it. That's it. I don't know if anyone knows anything about numerology, but I was where was I? In the National Portrait Gallery in Trafalgar Square in London. And I don't know if you can see that. There's a pentagram in there with the human body. And this is about sacred geometry, how the human body follows the Fibonacci sequence. It's the golden spiral that is fundamental to nature. You see it in sunflower seed patterns. You see it in Milky Ways. You see it in hurricanes. You see it when you unblock the drain and your water goes down the hole. That is the golden spiral. Everything is inherent to that. And I don't know if any of you have ever taken psychedelic substances such as psilocybin mushrooms or LSD. It does open the doors of perception, although the media will tell you these are dangerous drugs. And Bill Hicks has a very good story about how the media will have this story about young man takes acid, jumps out of a building, thought he could fly from the 10th floor. And as Bill Hicks says, well, the world just lost an idiot, you know? Like, why didn't he try flying from the ground floor first? You don't see ducks catching lifts to the 10th floor when they first... So there's a massive difference between drugs. To use the word drugs is ridiculous. They're natural substances. Mushrooms grow on cow shit. That's where the phrase "that's good shit" came from. But anyway, I took this photograph and I noticed straight away 1111. In numerology, people think that seeing 11s somewhere is a sign that you're on some sort of path. But as I said at the very start, I don't believe in anything. I don't believe in religion. I don't believe in numerology. I don't even believe that it's a fact that other people exist. I mean, I might be just a tiny fragment of your subconscious, which is now here on stage telling you what you already know, in a way. You can't prove it. You might be God. You could be God, like right now. You don't know. But the aim of my talk here today, I'm not here going to tell you how bad things are. You all know how bad things are. We all know things are very bad. And you've got all around the walls, all the evidence and ideas of how bad things are. Peter Mandelson, you know, the Dark Lord. Peter Mandelson, you know, Satan's little bitch. Something wrong with the British gene pool. And he is a Rothschild's paid Zionist scumbag. And he's, you know, It's not even hidden in the mainstream media. So I'm not here to tell you that things are bad. I'm here to tell you that things are great. And I hope in the next however long I speak for, I will share with you my insane vision of how things are great and how the world is bad for a reason, and the reason is for us to do good. There would be no point in us manifesting in the 3D physical world as atomic structures with free will if everything was fantastic. Like, that comes after this life, I think. I think our role in this life is to challenge evil and to challenge people who want to hurt other people. And I have an obsession with bullies. Can't get enough of them. There's something about them, something about their psychology, something about the way they are, that I cannot stand aside as I see people bully other people. I was bullied at school because I was quite chubby, and I've got a white patch in my hair that grows naturally, and I was called bird shithead for many years. Kids, so cruel. So those are the kids that then end up being policemen and government officials, bullies. So someone has to confront them. And what you find with bullies on any level, on the kind of schoolyard level, is they're having a lack of love, of understanding in them. And the thing the bully hates the most is to be exposed as a pathetic and lonely individual. And that's all bullies are. And I hope through my talk, saying everything is okay, you will see that all the big evil demons that we think are controlling our lives are just pathetic, lonely men who do not have any love in their hearts, and that's why they send other people's children off to die. You don't have healthy people doing that. You don't have healthy people sending other people's children to die. And in my talk as well, I'm going to talk about the lost feminine energy. I believe this universe is a relationship between the male destructive energy, and men are bastards, we are, but just look at what we do on an international scale, but that relationship between the destructive energy of man and what I call the goddess. But as I said to start with, I don't believe in religion, so take everything I say with a pinch of salt. And remember, I'm crazy, right? Properly insane, properly crazy. So we're going to explore that. But ultimately, I want to leave you all with some vast amounts of optimism. So, who am I? I'm Charlie Veitch. And I got made redundant 13 months ago from finance. I was working for a company called HBOS, Halifax, Bank of Scotland. Have you all heard of it? Yeah, scumbags. And I was a highly paid scumbag. My job was to convince people like you, using neuro-linguistic programming and advanced sales skills, to invest your hard-earned money in the stock market. And I did this up until the financial collapse, and then the finance collapsed, and I lost my job. So I wanted to make amends for a lot of the stuff I did. I never hurt anyone, but I did trick a lot of people into investing a lot of money in the stock markets, which then subsequently crashed. People's pension pots evaporated. So it made me really meditate on the nature of money and what being a good person is. So I got made redundant 13 months ago in May 2009, and I started making videos for the Love Police. Well, I started the Love Police, but just so you know, I don't believe in groups. I think when you get a group of people together, all you'll get is conflict and politics. And so the Love Police is a fake group. There's no Love Police. It's whoever wants to be in the Love Police. And I just wanted to try and make a difference by going out there and confronting the police state, confronting the tyrannical overlords that we have. And I can't walk into Buckingham Palace and stick a camera in the Queen's face, or I can't sit down with David Cameron and make fun of him with my megaphone. But what I can do is speak to the very important people, and those important people are the police. They are the security apparatus of the ruling elites, and they use the police to control us. And they do. I'm not against police. We all moan about the police a lot, but are any of us here going to join the police force and make a difference inside it? Maybe not. So we should maybe hold back our negative judgment of them so much. But what the police are, they are the henchmen and henchwomen of the security apparatus, and they wear the Queen's crown on their helmets, and they have, actually I'll talk about this in the talk. So what we can do in the lead up to what I believe will be something very major is going to happen in this world. In fact, it's happening right now, but I think it's going to accelerate until we have a point where human beings need to choose whether they're